All right, today's day 5, and the question is, where do Altona and Dr. Sally Rodell work? And when you think of these names, when you're reading the Rippaverse comics for the first time, the name and the pictures of those characters don't really come to mind that so quickly. When reading Item number 1, there's so many characters there that was introduced that you couldn't just, instantly come up with the name and see them in your head. So do you know how Altona looks like, or do you even know who she is? All right, so this is Altona. This is Isom, or Avery Silman's sister. Now, family is a big part of the book. Isom number 1 started because Altona needed her brother to solve an issue. And, family is a big thing for Avery Silman. So he went straight away to help out his sister. And Isom number 1 is not really an origin story, right? Isom began where Avery Silman retired from the whole superhero gig. And so now he's thrust back into that lifestyle, or that world of bad people, gangs, and all that type of stuff. So he's going in there to help out his sister Altona. So Altona is a very big part of the comic books. Do not, just because she may seem like she doesn't have any abilities, she's a very important part of Avery Silman's life, the Isom story, because she's family, right? And here's a page from Isom number 1. This is Altona, Avery, and his niece. I think it's Vassie, right? It's Uncle Avery. So family is a very big part of Avery Silman's life. And so you do not want to get on this bad side when family is involved. But in terms of the relationship between Altona and Yaira, in this scene, this is actually in Yaira number 1, they meet, all right? This is when Sally Rodell, aka Yaira, gets a job at Projexus. So here's a scene with Altona on the left. We got Eusebio, Projexus founder, in the middle, and Yaira, or Sally Rodell, on the right. So this is when they're meeting for the very first time. So Altona and Sally are going to get to know each other a little bit more. So you'll find that out more in Yaira number 1. So if you don't have the book, get it. If you do have the book, read the story again. It's a very good book by the Soska sisters, Yaira number 1. But also keep in mind, Sally Rodell, she has family too, and you'll know about this. So here's a scene of Sally Rodell's family, or earthly family, I should say. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but she does have an earthly family. And after reading the Dokumon Archives card for Yaira, her age is unknown right now, right? So we can kind of calculate a little bit from the reading. I'll let you do the math when you read Yaira number 1, but she has some history, right? So this is Yaira and her earthly family, but Yaira, I think she also has an otherworldly family as well. You'll see these two in Yaira number 1. Again, not going to spoil the story, but these two, either blood relatives or just part of the same species, really, but they're kind of family in a way, right? At least in my mind. So there's family involved in that sense. There's a whole thing that's going on with the power that Yaira even has in terms of how that's connected to her and another person in the story. But there's lots of family stuff going on in the story. So there's drama. There's that type of sense of people caring about other people other than themselves, right? So these heroes, they're very grounded in the story. They're human in a way, and it's easy to relate. And so that's why these are good stories. They're not just made up and all kinds of fictional stuff, but there's a reality aspect to it where you can connect to these characters in a sense. So that's what I like about them. But just like I mentioned in the previous video, go to rippaverse.com, go to the character section. This is Altona right here. Abilities, PhD in physics, athletic, first appearance in Item number 1. And what I like about this, if you scroll down, you'll see the stuff that's related to that character. So yeah, she's found in Item number 1, Item number 2, and Yaira number 1. Now, if you go over to Yaira's page on the character section of rippaverse.com, you'll see her abilities: flight, super strength, cold-based powers, atmospheric manipulation. If I could give a preview of that, this scene right here, that is atmospheric manipulation. So this is good. There's a lot more of this in Yaira #1, and that's what makes it a very good book. The artwork, you get to see Yaira in a lot more of her powers than in previous books, because she also appeared in Item #1 and #2. And just like in this page, when you scroll down, you'll see all the things that she is found in. We have the animated trailer, the Yaira recap when they had the campaign going on, and the books that she's related. Not only that, if you go even further down, all the merch that's related to her. Oh, this is cool. I just realized this after going to the page. So we got the Yaira statue, very limited. So if you are into collecting statues of characters, which I want to get into soon, there's a Yaira statue. Very first one. It's pre-ordered by coming from McFarlane Toys, so it's going to be quality work, in my opinion. But you got shirts, you got posters. Yeah, this is cool stuff. So once you get to know these characters and you like them and you want to get their stuff, just go to reproverse.com, go to the characters page, scroll down, you'll see all the merchandise and stuff related to them. So the answer to the question, Projexus. That's where they both work. And we really don't know too much about Projexus and what they truly do, but they might be related to all of this accept and power dynamic that we're reading about, only we don't really know its origins. So happy hunting, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.